All right, everybody. We decided to, since we have the Battle Valor Fantasy Rules for 15 mil, we decided we're going to play a game today and just try to figure out how they work. What we have is matching orc armies. Yeah, everybody has identical, both sides. Unit types are the same, so it's just a mirror image. We're doing this to figure out how the rules work, playing through it.
Learn the mechanics.
And so far,
well, so far it's been straightforward, pretty simple rules. The formatting of the book's a little off and kind of, I don't know.
An index would be handy?
Yeah, it doesn't have an index. But it's relatively, we know what we want to look for and we know it's there, but
finding it
is kind of tough, if that explains it.
Yeah.
But so far, getting set up and getting ready for the first turn has been pretty simple.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
And right now we just have some rudimentary units. In this game, you buy units, or you buy stands. So we have our setup in 3 or 4 guys per stand. So that's how in this game is going to work out. I think they went 4 per stand. It's
yeah,
40 by. I think it's a 40 by
4 infantry, 40 by 40. I think.
Yeah,
I can look it up, but it's not too far off. The cavalry is 2 figures per stand.
Yeah.
The infantry is 4 figures per stand.
So overall, it's not too bad. But all right, so we rolled initiative. In this game, you roll 4 dice for your initiative, and you have to get a 5 or a 6 for a success. And Mel,
I won the first.
Won the first one because you had 3 successes. I had none, so that would win.
Yep.
So he's going to move his first unit, which
well, the next thing is after initiative. Well, before, one thing that we noticed right off the bat was the cheat sheet and what it says in the book as far as initiative and placed orders. Those 2 are backwards on the cheat sheet. So you placed orders, roll for initiative, and then reveal orders. So right now we're at the reveal orders phase of turn 1. And I was going to use this unit, and he's going to run.
Does orcs have a racial profile that if they advance, they have to run, which gives them a fatigue point, which isn't bad really when it comes for orcs for fatigue. The more fatigue they get, the more choppy they get. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Out of balance. So, well, that's pretty much how that's going to work. We'll be back with a little bit more showing what's going on with the game, and as we move along and see how the mechanics work out. All right, we're back. It has been at least an hour.
No, we took lunch though too.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. Okay. Took lunch and a lot of looking and flipping and looking and flipping. It's like you read the rule book once and nothing's stuck. It's still flipping around trying to find stuff. But this is how things are looking right now. These archers right here unloaded on his archers. Took a few. We took out 3 of them.
4 figures.
And his archers hit my cav over here. And, well, you can see like that was bad.
Took out 4 cavalry, so
yeah. Figure
for figure, it's pretty even.
Costs more to purchase the cav though.
Yeah.
So you're ahead. So that's it. Right now we're right down to doing initiative. One word of advice for everybody: if you're looking to get into this game and you want the orders, if you don't get them printed off someplace, you got these nice little counters you can get from their website. Get yourself 2 sets per side. There's not enough. 1 set's not enough for both the whole. We thought they would be, but no.
Did we explain initiative last time?
We might have. That was like a day ago.
I know.
I got
none.
Reroll.
Nice. All right, here we go. I got
1, 2.
I got 1.
All right, so I won initiative. So basically, you got to get a 5 or 6 to get a success. And I had 2 successes versus his 1 success, so I got the initiative. All right. So now the big question of the day is, we know that pikes go before, or how is that going to work? Pikes get an extra success per.
Yeah.
So they roll 2 dice. Was it 2 dice? Is that what that's going to be?
It's just an extra success.
Just an extra success?
Yeah.
So that, okay.
Per rank.
Per rank.
Yeah.
All right, and then Cav versus.
And it negates. The pike would negate any impact hits that the cavalry would.
Yeah, so they can stand and take it. And said something. Maybe it was like half as many dice.
We'll have to look on that. It's on page 73. We'll have to look that up again. But
all right, so I'm going to go first. I think I'm just going to run my Cav right here with their spears against the regular melee troops, which gives me a slight advantage. And we'll go from there to see what happens. All right, as you can see, we got what? This is turn 3?
Yeah.
Turn 3?
End of turn 3.
At the end of turn 3, we actually got into melee here at this turn. We had some charges going off. A little bit of errors in judgment because we just not really knowing how this is supposed to work, but it's good to get the mechanics down. Over here, the Orc Cav Wolf Riders went charging into this nice, big, massive rank and file of guys with their interlocking shields and got slaughtered. As you can see, look at all the no, there is no casualties in the Orc unit. I just bounced off of them like hitting a wall and died. That was bad. And the interesting thing is when you fail a combat, you get pushed back and you're no longer in contact with each other, which is interesting. That's a nice little mechanic. Sounds like my rules I wrote. Over here, this unit had a charge order, and he went to charge and then realized, oh, charge you have to go before movement, normal movement, or advanced unit. So I was like, oh, I got a failed charge because I didn't ready to charge. Yeah, well, now they're just staring at each other with half an inch in between each other. My archers over here unleashed into his archers and killed another 4, I think that time.
4, yep.
4 that time. And over here, my pikemen, orc pikemen, laid their pikes down, took the goblin orc charge, and slaughtered 4 of them. And then the orcs, the cav bounced off. It's like you're noticing a trend here. We know that charging pikemen is bad. So I wonder if a pikeman charge would that even be devastating? How devastating would that be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And they definitely get some bonuses.
Yeah. Well, we had some after this of haggling around, looking through the rule books and everything, trying to. It would be nice if we had a more concise cheat sheet, a little different stuff to go with it. I think that would help speed things up. And we're spending a lot of time flipping through the book, trying to figure out where everything is at, all the modifiers, and what this does or that does. And after 3 turns and 5 hours?
Yeah, about that. Just learning the rules. It's just taking us time to figure it out.
But I think we got it sorted. The flow of the game going down. It's not bad. I think we'd have to spend another day like this just to figure things out to get a good idea how it really works.
Yeah, I agree.
But
and then you'll get into the mechanics of building your force. They got some generic stuff in the rules, but if you really want to build your force, that's going to take some doings too, I think. So
yeah, that's definitely, there's that aspect of it. Because right now we just mirror image armies and just laid them out to see what happened. To get to some of them, we got a unit of every type of mechanic we can think of for the orc army that's out there, and that pretty much worked. So we got a lot of the mechanics.
Got the mechanics down. I wouldn't say they're precise by any means, but at this point, yeah.
Well, that will do it. I think we're going to spend some more time reading the rule book. It's like we read the rule book. Now that you play the game, you go back and look at the rule book and things start making sense. That's my experience with it. It's like I can read a rule book and it doesn't really make sense until I actually start rolling dice and seeing what happens. All right, so
you will definitely need at least 20 six-sided dice. If you don't have any of that and you plan on playing this, you better get some more dice.
Yeah, it's like I had 30 in there.
And that was still almost not quite enough sometimes.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, we'll be back again with another game of this.